Alright, so we're doing a poll as to what game I'm going to stream next, and normally I limit myself to 3 options, but this time we're going to go with a few more. So, to start with, our first choice is La Pucelle Tactics. This game here, this is a fantastic game. Let me go ahead and I'll just run some stuff in the background while I yak about these. So basically, this is Nippon Ichi, the guys who'd go on to make Disgaea, the whole Disgaea series and stuff. This is sort of like Disgaea 0, I'd call it. The tactics are somewhat different. It has a little bit less of... You know, I want to say it's a little bit less silly, but I'm not sure that's true. It's been a while since I played through the game. The tactics are a little bit different. They don't have the geo panel system. They have a completely different system with flowing energy, where the direction your characters are facing changes the flow. The battle system is, well, I mean, you're looking at it. It's a little bit different, but it's very much in the same vein as Disgaea. It also has a little bit less, it's less grindy than Disgaea, and has less bonus content, I guess I should say. The Disgaea games tend to be ridiculous with how much you can do after you've beaten the game, where you can just keep going. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Disgaea 1 had a freaking level 8,000 Prinny that you could fight. And I beat that bastard! So the next game that we can choose to vote on is... Wait, wasn't I just talking about this one? I was just talking about Disgaea. Well, boy, what to say about this game? You play as Laharl. You play as Laharl, the ruler of the, or would-be ruler of the underworld, and you'd think that would be the plot of the game and the whole goal, but actually you resolve that, like, fairly early in the game, and then after that it becomes about, knockoff, old sci-fi, superhero, not even a superhero, freaking invasions from Earth, zombie hordes, angels, for some reason, and a horse's penis. Wait, there's a what in this game? The next game you can vote for, after this, would be, something completely different. Disgaea 2. Disgaea 2. This one... I don't know if people appreciated Disgaea 2 as much as the original Disgaea. I'm not sure. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I thought this was an even better game than the first Disgaea. The characters are a little bit less colorful and extreme than Laharl and Etna. Well, I mean, Laharl and Etna are in this game, too. I mean, they even show up anyway. There's Flawn in the trailer. Which means that it assumes you got the good ending in Disgaea 1. Well, I mean, personally, I think the good ending is the one where you invade Earth, but, and conquer it. But, barring that, Disgaea 2, the characters grow on you, and it's actually it's a much more straightforward story, like a coherent story from start to finish. It actually has some twists and surprises mixed in, as well as plenty of Nippon Ichi silliness, and, I don't know, it's a good game. Next up, I should probably show something that's not from Nippon Ichi, shouldn't I? Okay, fine, I guess, you know, I have Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7, and you know what? I'm a huge fan of the Koei historical simulation strategy series. Like, I love them. Especially Band of Kings of Ancient China for the NES. Thing is, their flagship series, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I haven't really played one since Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2, which was on DOS. This time I don't have the instruction booklet, but I got the disc. It's gonna be, I mean, assuming that the game isn't radically different from what I used to play. The games I used to play were grand strategy games where you'd conquer China. And they weren't really like any other strategy game I can compare them to. But of course, this is the PlayStation 2. There's been so much iteration and change, I don't even know what the game will necessarily look like. I would actually probably squee if I just had generic squares moving around the map with numbers on them. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to probably want to get some kind of graphics involved in the gameplay. I mean, you know... What's the gap between Romance 3 Kingdoms 2 and 7? Like a decade? 2 decades? Couldn't be that long, could it? And finally, I've actually never played this one either. Hold on, here we go. Dirge of Cerberus. This was back at the tail end of Squaresoft's golden age. Man, Squaresoft, everything Squaresoft touched was gold back then. Or it had been. I don't know. This, as I said, this is at the tail end. I never actually got around to playing it. But, you know, it's got Vincent. It's got FF7 characters. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I don't know. Actually, I honestly... a lot of these characters, aside from Vincent, I wouldn't have even known this was FF7's universe from a lot of the enemies and things. Well, obviously, we're seeing, like, Cloud Strife and stuff now, but for most of the trailer, that was a Mako reactor. Okay, yeah. I was just looking at the enemy designs earlier in the trailer, and I was like, are those FF7 monsters? They could be from any game. But then it got the FF7 vibes heavy once we got further in and the other cast started showing up. This is a pretty cool... I've never seen this trailer before, obviously. It's... oh, look at that. It looks so cool. I have no idea. Anyway, 5 picks. I worry about the Nippon Ichi titles being overlapped. Might make it... they might strangle each other out here. I have no idea. But hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I just turn the camera on and start talking. What planning? What is planning? Pick one. So, reiterating, La Pucelle Tactics, Disgaea 2, Romance of the 3 Kingdoms, and Dirge of Cerberus, FF7. Alright. Place your votes in the comments below this. Let me know which one you're interested in. I would love all of these. But then again, you know, I think every poll I've ever done, I'm like, yes, any of these. They all would be great. Alright.